Why start small when you can go big? One of the most controversial perceptions about achieving what we want in life is to think big and to live big. While there is nothing wrong with thinking big, when it comes to taking action and making progress, starting small is the key. Most people have the idea of going big and bold. They read books and they were told to do big things, to be bold and to take the leap of faith. You either go big or you go home. Sounds familiar? But I believe that if you want to build a habit or do something for the long term, you need the opposite approach, which is starting small. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how starting small can make a huge impact in your life. And no matter how big the success you want to achieve, you should always start small. Hey, if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. This way, you will receive the latest personal development videos that will inspire you to succeed and live a better life. According to an article, Dale Carnegie, the best-selling author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, got the idea of the book by starting small. This was what Carnegie said. I prepared a short talk. I call it How to Win Friends and Influence People. I say short. It was short in the beginning, but it soon expanded to a lecture that consumed 1 hour and 30 minutes. After Carnegie shared his talks for some time, he found that some of the attendees were interested to learn more and they discussed some of the principles that emerged from the talks. Eventually, the short talk became a course, and then Carnegie started to develop the book because there was a need for a textbook for his course. We started with a set of rules printed on a card no longer than a postcard. The next season, we printed a larger card, then a leaflet, then a series of booklets, each one expanding in size and scope. After 15 years of experimentation and research came this book. Such is the power of starting small. In fact, if you look at most of the successful businesses out there like Apple, Dell, Amazon, etc., they all started small. Take a good look at this picture. All the great successes started small. This reminds me of the saying, every master was once a beginner. There are many reasons why starting small is the key to success. Number 1. Starting small requires less time and energy. This is common sense. It is easier to take a small action than it is to take a big one. Let me give you an example. If you want to lose weight, do you start with hitting the gym 3 hours a day for 7 days a week, or do you start with just an hour a day for 3 days a week? The first option sounds more powerful, but is it sustainable? Highly likely not. This is because when you start big, it takes a lot of your energy and time, and when the resistance is high, your chances of giving up on it will be high as well. Thus, if you want to make your habit stick, make sure you start small. The key is to make the action easy to carry out so that the resistance will be lowered. When something is easy to do, like brushing your teeth, you will never question yourself if you should do it. You just do. Number 2. Starting small prevents overwhelming and paralysis. When the resistance for taking action is small, it is easier to carry out the task, and this actually prevents you from feeling overwhelming and paralysis. Imagine you want to write a 300 pages book. You are so pumped up with the idea because you believe your book can sell thousands of copies. So you set the target to finish the book in a week. Do you think this is achievable? Well, there is a possibility, right? But is the probability high? It just makes you feel overwhelmed. This is why a lot of people fail to reach their goals because they set a goal that is so big that they set themselves up to fail. This is why you want to start small. I'm not saying that you should set small goals, but instead, I'm saying you should start small. When you take small actions and produce results, you gain momentum. And the more momentum you gain, the more actions you are going to take. Like a snowball, the momentum adds up and gives you big success. And number 3, starting small lowers your stakes and gives you immediate feedback. Eric Rice, the author of Lean Startup, nails it. He shared the idea of a minimum viable product or MVP, where you come up with a product with just enough features to satisfy early customer and provide feedback for future product development. When you start a business or a project, you do not know if your business idea will work out. Hence, you start with an MVP. You develop the product at a lower cost and you test the product to the market quickly. You want to know if the fundamental idea will work. If the product fails, at least you did not spend millions or billions on it. An MVP can quickly give you immediate feedback if something is working out or not. When you start a project like an online business, you don't want to spend months and even years into doing the research only to discover that the ideas don't work at launching. This is why starting small is key. When you start small, you get immediate feedback. You can then pivot and improve your strategy to do better. And finally, number 4, starting small is the first step. Lao Tzu has a famous quote, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." No matter how big the success you desire, it always started with one small step. Think about Amazon. We all know that Amazon started off as an online bookstore. Today, Amazon sells everything from socks to coffee machines. Amazon is the everything store. But do you know that Jeff Bezos did not design Amazon just to be an online bookstore? It was planned to be an everything store from the beginning. But because Bezos understands that in order to grow big, he had to start small. Hence, he decided to start Amazon with selling books. Remember, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. It is important to think big and dream big, but when it comes to focus and execution, you want to start small. If you want to build a successful blog, you just need to write and publish one article at a time. If you want to build a YouTube channel, you just need to produce and publish one video at a time. And if you want to get fit, you don't have to exercise 3 hours a day for 7 days a week. You just need to start small. Start with just 10 push-ups and gradually increase your pace. Or walk just 3,000 steps a day and then increase it slowly. This is how you can achieve any big goals in your life. If you like this video, hit the like button now. More importantly, subscribe to this channel to show your support. This way, you will also receive more videos that can help you achieve greater success and live a better life. Thank you for watching.